right, without further ado, the woman of the hour, let's give it up for America's Next Top Model. Let's give it up for America's Next Top Model Cycle 8 contestant, Kathleen. Hi!
Hi, guys.
You look so beautiful.
Thank you. You look amazing yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. Listen, before we jump into this, I was watching Cycle 8 not too long ago because I was preparing for my chat with Jasleen, which by the time you guys watch this is out on my YouTube channel. Yeah, she was pretty dope. But in watching it for her, of course, I was softly preparing for you in hopes that we would talk, and here we are now. But I remember in your chat to Tyra when you first walked into the audition room, you said that you did hair. Excuse me, you still do it, right?
Yes,
Excuse me. Do you sell bundles? Are those your bundles?
I sell bundles. So if you're on my Instagram, there's a link that you can click. It takes you straight to my hair page. And yes, these are my bundles. Best bundles in Brooklyn, best blonde hair in the world. Not to toot my own horn, but toot toot.
Do
I
you
have
have it in?
I have
No.
an amazing vendor for my ladies who love to wear blonde hair. I even like took my own breath away. The blonde hair is just amazing. So if you guys love to wear blonde hair, if you're a blonde hair girl, please click the link in my Instagram and just follow the page and also, purchase your hair.
Listen, if you're looking for any hair models, let me know.
Yes, of course.
How many inches do you go up to?
I love 30. I'm a 30-inch girl, 40-inch girl. Yeah, I'm
I've
tall.
I've never done 40 inches. I want to do, but somebody told me if I did, I just would have to stand. Like I couldn't. It wouldn't be functional.
It's functional because you gotta wear the hair. Don't let the hair wear you.
I know that's right. I know that's right. I'm so excited to talk to you right now. Listen, how does it feel to be a part of a TV show that is still so relevant today in media and pop culture?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's something, when everyone asks me, how was my experience and how do I feel about it, I always tell them I wouldn't change anything for the world. I wouldn't take it back. It was such a learning experience. And the fact that it's still relevant today is just amazing. Amazing.
Do people still recognize you from the show?
Well, funny you asked, no, but they recognize my voice.
Your voice is very unique and
Never
distinct.
knew I had a unique voice until the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously I don't look the same. This was so many years ago. I was 20 years old. People would be like, "Oh my god, I know that voice from somewhere."
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. So take us back to how many years ago is it for you now?
oh my god, over 15 years ago.
Girl, you look good. Can can you stand up? Can we see you? Like I just want the people to see.
Oh my god, I'm at my shop. I literally have like no shoes on.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Your shop is beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. This is my salon. Thank you.
I think you get the award for the best background. What y'all think down there watching? I think this is the best background we've ever seen. This is like this whole picture. This mise en scène is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Take us back to 15 years ago. What made you audition for America's Next Top Model? Yes, go back, take us back. Top Model is in its 8th season. It's definitely a worldwide phenomenon at this point. What made you you said you were 20, it means you were 19, 20 when you were auditioning. What made you want to do it?
I was just always told as a child, like, oh my God, you're so tall, you should play basketball. But I'm a girly girl. I'm not playing ball. And on top of it, all the girls in my school that were tall and playing basketball, you know, it just wasn't my thing. I'm super girly. Basketball is not my thing unless I'm dating a basketball player. But
Alley hoop.
right. So
Mm.
I was just like, you know what? Everyone tells me I should play ball, but I'm not, into sports like that. Or they would say you should model, you should model, you should model. Because I was super skinny, lanky, so tall, no shape, just like a stick figure. So eventually, because everyone used to tell me I should be a model, I was like, you know what? One day I saw the article. I saw it somewhere, or a friend of mine told me, and she was like, you should go audition. So I just took the chance and I went.
Nice. So
And
you were really.
Macy's Herald Square, and it
Mhm.
was so many beautiful women. That day, it was like women around, lines up around the corner,
Mhm.
around the corner. Thousands of women came out, and I went alone. And I was just so focused. I was like, you know what? I'm here to do it. I'm gonna do what I have to do.
What do you think it was that put you over to go as far as you did to, being one of the finalists we saw on TV? I'm pretty sure it was your personality.
No, well, listen. So they tell you, they always tell you what's gonna make you stand out. You know, out of all these women, what's gonna make you stand out? What's gonna make you stand out? And I said to myself, this lady keeps, one of the producers, I guess, she kept on repeating the same thing over and over. And
Mhm.
everyone here is beautiful. Like I said, it was thousands of beautiful women. Everyone here is beautiful. What's gonna make you stand out? I said, you know what? I need to give them a little extra umph. Because every time someone went ahead of me, they were, the producers, you could see they were at like a table. And they looked so unhappy with everyone.
I bet they were.
Yeah, they were like, what's gonna make you stand out? We see thousands of girls. So
Mhm.
I said to myself, let me show them that I have personality.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got, yeah, I'm standing in front of a bunch of strangers, but sometimes you got to come out of character a little bit. Like, okay, you want to see personality? I got it.
So are you saying the version of you we saw on television was a deliberate of who you naturally were?
Yes, hell yes. I went there with like tunnel vision. I'm gonna make it on the show, and that's that. I'm not getting sent back home. So,
So, okay, and I'm pretty sure you've heard this a lot. So the show tried to make you, appear as if you were just this ditzy,
right.
kind of blonde type of girl. I mean, but clearly you have a whole business. And you look beautiful, so girl, you know something. Are you saying that aspect was something that you were deliberately doing?
I wasn't deliberately doing it, but I think they did highlight certain things that I didn't know at the time. I never left my hometown. I never left Brooklyn, and I think what made me look that way was the fact that I didn't know what PETA was. I mean, at 19 years old, out of high school, I know nothing about furs. I can't afford a fur, so
Mhm.
now I can. So
I know that's right. You like you can afford a couple of furs
a couple of furs.
and
So
the purse to match.
cultured 19-year-old out of her hometown, and you say, "Oh, who's PETA?" And I'm like, "Is that a person?
It's a piece of bread.
Who the fuck is Peter?"
Thomas.
Like, Peter, and they just highlighted that the whole
hmm
time.
What was the onboarding process like for you? So, of course, we know there is the in-person auditions, but there are other things that take place, such as evaluations, tests, psych evals. What do you remember about that whole process?
Oh my God, I tell like the people closest to me. I'm so happy you bring this up because I tell the people closest to me, like, we're taking these intense tests. Do you see people? If somebody bothers you, do you want to hurt them? Do you want to kill someone that frustrates you? And at the time, I'm just like, what am I getting myself into? Why
hmm
are questions so and this is like 100 questions, 200 questions. This is like booklets of questions. Some people did not get past that, and some people did, because you have to be sane to make it onto the show. If someone pushes you, bothers you, touches your belongings, how do you react? And it's kind of like, okay, I know what you guys are looking for. I know the right answers to get by. So
Listen, when I was going through my audition process for The Circle, that's on Netflix, we had the same exact test. They're
really,
still using it, girl. Yes,
no way.
they're still using it. It was like, do you see people? Um, do you want to hurt people? Do you want to hurt yourself? Do you talk to yourself? Do you see things in the dark? It was just some of the craziest questions, and I was like, the girls from Top Model, this is exactly what they were talking about.
We're like 20 years old, 19 years old, 20 years old. And I was just like, what am I getting myself into? I just wanted to model. I
Yeah.
to model.
Well, clearly you passed.
Oh,
And you moved on into the competition to the point where we see you guys trying to make it into the house. How was those first couple of days being on the grounds with the production team filming for the show?
amazing.
I know
Amazing.
that's right.
So I'm from Brooklyn, New York,
Hmm.
if you know, and leaving my hometown, getting on that plane, landing in LAX, it was just kind of like, ooh, I'm in the lands of luxury.
Yes.
It's amazing. They treated us like, superstars.
Hmm.
Down to they gave us alias names if we checked into. I was checking into nice hotels. They made it rough for us in the beginning. We did have to do boot camp. That was part of my show. But after that, it was just like nice luxury hotels. It was amazing.
Do you remember your alias?
No, but they kept it KD. If I could remember, they kept it maybe like Karen Davis or
Hmm.
something like that.
How was boot camp for you? I spoke to Dion, who again we will always celebrate. She was my very first top model girl I ever spoke to.
Really, she's so sweet.
She was very sweet. She was my first one, and we also spoke to Sarah Vaughn, Brittany, Jasleen, and now you.
Oh my God, I shared a hotel room with Brittany.
Hmm. How was the boot camp with you?
So
For you, excuse me.
at first we were like, all the girls were like, I did not sign up for this. Like they're giving us, I think the food that they give, the dry food that it's in a bag, and they give it to like the army men. And we were just like, what the hell is this? It was bad.
Hmm.
Bunk beds. It was no shower, no mirrors. It was just intense. It was very not luxurious. It was just like you're in the army.
I loved how in the first episode we were kind of viewing the entire process. I feel like through your eyes, like anytime we were not in the judges room, we were in the holding room and you were a part of what was going on. My favorite moment of you, and it's so innocent and sweet when you were like
So young, and my mom kept me so sheltered. I was super young, so
the part when you were trying to show your boob. Well, I don't think you were trying to show your actual boobs. I think you were trying to show your boobs through your bra or maybe your shirt, but you didn't know that behind it your boobs were spilled. Oh my god, it's
oh,
such TV gold.
oh my god, that was such a blooper. Like I didn't expect that to happen. I don't even know what the conversation was. I was just like, I don't even know what the topic was, but it was a TV blooper that they kept. It was a
what
natural moment that they kept.
What do you remember about those days while you guys were trying to get into the house? It was a lot of stuff going on. I'll just jog your memory if you don't remember. Natasha was, making people upset. Renee
Wait, how
was
Tasha making people upset?
Natasha was like kind of like inserting herself in conversations.
She spoke very little English.
Uh-huh. Right.
Uh, I remember that. Beautiful girl.
Yeah, she was very beautiful. Oh, but do you remember anything else about those days while you were there?
The early days, I mean, the thing is, like I said again, they would make us stay mute for hours. Hours. No phone, no TV, no, you cannot communicate with your loved ones for hours, for weeks, for months. Um, there was a time where we would just sit in silence. So when we did get a chance to talk, everything was filmed. So when we're sitting in silence, they're not filming.
Right.
So you get a chance to communicate with, everyone else, with, each other. Um, that's when they would film. So of course, we're sitting in silence for hours. So if you have an issue with someone, it's gonna come out. So Natasha
Right.
was outspoken from the jump, from when I met her at the boot camp.
Hmm.
So she was very outspoken. Her English wasn't that great, but what I remember is when the cameras would go on, she had a lot to say, and she
Hmm.
stands up for herself. And I think it's because of the language barrier, she came off so harsh.
Yeah. Yeah. Who didn't come off as harsh, I feel like, was you, because every time they showed you, you were like, I really want this. I know I'm new to this, but I really want this. Did you really want it because you wanted to win the competition, or you wanted to be on TV show, or you just wanted to get something out of it? What were you thinking? What do you remember about your mindset during that time? And what was the motivation behind us saying, I really want this, I really want to make it?
Well, my mindset at the time, what I could remember is just, being a young girl from Brooklyn trying to make it, trying to
Mm-hmm.
make it to the big screen, trying to make it to the hood. I'm not from the hood, but just trying to make it to television. That was
Mm-hmm.
a big deal. America's Next Top Model was the biggest thing out at that time. So it was an
So
opportunity to just make it.
yeah. We see you in front of the judges. You come in with so much energy, and you kept complimenting Tyra Banks, saying, "Oh my God, you're so pretty." They asked you about your hair. You're like, "Girl, no, this is something else, but I do hair." Tyra, you're so pretty. What do you remember about meeting not only Tyra but Mr. and Miss J?
Oh my God. They were just so intense. They were so stoic because I'm pretty sure, I mean, they did this so many seasons ago, and this is like what, their eighth show or their 13th cycle. Um,
8.
yes, they were so I don't even remember when I was on there, but they were so stoic. And all I could think to myself are like, these people are just like, why are you here? Who are you? And we need to remember who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to me, I just felt like they were there to work. They weren't there to be friends with us. They were there to work. And oh my God, Mrs. J, she was just savage.
Really?
Walk. Oh, honey, you don't know how to walk. Savage, savage.
What was your impression of Tyra?
Tyra from the jump, I feel like, I feel like I could read people. I think Tyra was giving, this is a business. I'm not here to laugh with anyone. I'm at work. And that's the first impression I got from her. And I was just like, okay, stay in your place, Kathy. Do what they.
Right.
And that's what she gave off. She gave off that she's at work just as the same way that we're at work, she's at work.
And you better clock in.
Right. Because there were scenes where they'll be like, okay, we're gonna have a model come in and stand where Tyra's supposed to. Let's not forget this is television. Television
Yeah.
reality. So
It's
even
not.
reality, it's not reality, guys.
It's not, y'all.
Right. So
This is reality right here. What's going on right now is reality.
so we see the as models, we see the behind the scenes. So how could you not think that this is all stage? They would have someone come stand into where Ty was gonna stand to check the lighting and to check whatever, and then they'll be like, okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, girls, come out. Tyra, stand where you're supposed to stand. She's working. She's working as well as we're working.
Wow. I
Right.
love how I love how much you're remembering about the people, which makes this the perfect time to jump into one of the people's favorite segments. And me doing this is called A&TM Roll Call.